opposition, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't all that lane switching. This is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
On the double.
59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Check. Check 13. Check 13. 61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
Got you, boy.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame.
Here we go.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Go.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good stop, baby.
Buzz.
Mike, check. 59.
Fan.
Shift.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Sack City.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Come on,
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shift.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check. Lucky.
Yo, go. Hey, Sam on. Shoot.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
22 jet bomber.
Fresno.
Gone.
Check 3. You go tight. You got.
Hey, lock it.
You got tight right there.
Big Ripper.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's go, D. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I don't think you got it, son.
Get it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer.
Here we go.
Looking left side, and it's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But the bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Topper!
Kill.
Ready?
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Shit.
You're out.
Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Check it back, check it back.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Now a give, right side. It's Moss, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Delta.
58's the mic.
Look at me. Door.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Ready to break.
45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. Hey, here I come.
Hey. High 7.
Here I come.
Hey, check Mike.
Deep river.
On 1st and 10, Greer. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Well, they went for all the marbles there on that long pass. He caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
So difficult, isn't it? Because you have so many things you're going through on that play, trying to get open, trying to catch the ball, and still get your feet.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
Hey, exit.
Just like that. Just like that.
5.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Got it.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Ready, set.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
218, chopper. Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's Moss, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Golf.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert flushed out right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This one fielded at the 5. Room here to run. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Mike, 45. Check.
On 1st down, it's Greer. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Deuce. Hey, running on me.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready. 30 base. Hey, Haywood.
His team showed up. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Come off the ball hard.
45, Mike, 45.
It's a party now.
Now.
It's a party now. 45's the mic.
Tack.
Let's go.
Now it's Greer. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
58.
From the gun, Herbert. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, 8, read.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Hey, wahoo!
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Hey, here we go.
Ready?
Now a 1st down throw. Greer. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
57's Mike.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 57's Mike.
2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it makes the score 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Rock it. Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
Check. 59. 65. 65.
Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready.
The mic. 57's the mic.
Hey, seam 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Leaf River.
First down, Greer. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Greer sets to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
57's the mic.
Here we go.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Hey, Delta.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
57. Mike 57.
5.
On 3rd and long, here's Greer. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
Hey, high 7.
Man up, D.
Let's go.
Greer on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
We ain't giving him nothing today.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Let's go, defense. Our time. This our
6-6. Pull it high.
Switch. Rush in. Rush in.
Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
That's the way you make it spin.
Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That's the way.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, exit.
Kill.
Hard.
Kill. Turn up.
Now.
2nd and 3. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Check 59. Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is down at the 48, a pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6.
On the ready.
59. Mike's 59.
61. Matchbox lights. Leaf River.
On second down, Forrest. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 52.
Hey, Zoo. Fire.
They're going to try and throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
Check 45's the mic. Go.
Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
On 1st down, Greer. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Mike's 5'9".
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Okay, break. Bravo.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Oh, you got.
Hey, Sam on. Yo, go.
58, boys, 58.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
Go!
At their own 37-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Blue draw corkers.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go.
3rd and 2, Greer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
90 Wolf.
Quit talking about
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
50, check 50.
Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Forrest. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Kill.
Greystone travel.
Hey, turn it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 59.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Gone.
Check the outs. Pick the edge. Come.
5.
Back to throw. Herbert. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Greer now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Defense, let's go. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Leo.
Check 43.
No.
Now Gordon.
He's checking craft.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike 57. Rip left, rip left.
Topper.
Undercrunch.
He's coming. Double up.
Let's go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
49, check 49.
Hey, switch gears.
Check. You're out.
99.
Let's go.
Now Gordon on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
10 Lobo.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Check.
Now.
On second down now. It's Gordon, and he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Day, baby.
Jake Elliott for the field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken very short. Gets around him. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you will never try. Right now, hit the field, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hips, real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street.